I mean, that's an interesting point. There's kind of a debate between, and this goes on in the ayahuasca world also. The same questions come up. What are these creatures? Is it out there or inside? And at a conference I was at, Sasha Shulgin goes, well, we know it's this molecule, and it's inside of us, and Ed McRae from Santo Daime, I think he's Santo Daime, not Udave, stands up and says, we don't look at it that way. We think it's the spirit that is out there that we contact. And scientifically minded researchers can really get caught on this and go to great lengths to try and fit in these other realities and realities. I mean, that's the thing about them. They're even more real than reality. They're super realities, And I know the difference. I wasn't just imagining it. I know what's real, and I know when I come on something that's actually there. Trying to fit this in to the world of physics, I don't know, you would get DNA resonance. Rick came up with Higgs boson, and he may be right. It could happen. There's a Buddhist philosophy called Madhyamaka, and it's headed out, they talk about the four propositions. It's not outside. It's not inside. It's not both outside and inside. And it's not neither outside nor inside. And if you can live with that, brain dissolution, the ontological status of entities is easier to deal with. And I maintain that this is Blake's world, what Blake talks about when he talks about imagination with the capital I, and the fourfold vision, fourfold always, may God us keep from single vision and Newton's sleep. And if there's anything that the world is stuck in today, it is single vision. A certain literalism, not recognizing that there are multiple interpretations of everything, multiple interpretations when we talk about God. In Scripture, it's called hermeneutics, after Hermes, which is thought and interpretation. That's the alchemy. The alchemy is the mercurial fluid meaning. If you try and put your thumb on it, it squirts away. Anytime you grab hold of it and try and make it what Huxley called the ice cubes, that's not it. And going back to psychedelic experience, every time you think, I've got it now, I finally figured out what the message of psychedelics is, then you go back and you find out, nope. It's like de facto, when it's frozen into an idea, that isn't it. That's not it. And if there's some hope for these substances, it would be to crack holes in the huge frozen edifice of materialism and nothing but-ism and egocentric rationalism. There are, huge numbers of people walking around in their own conversations, thinking everything that happens, only interpreting and understanding everything that happens around them in terms of this interior story that they're telling themselves. The world is one particular way. It's made out of atoms, and it means so and so. It has a particular set of meanings. It's been reconstructed. It's been built up. It's been buttressed for so long, and since we were children, it's a challenge to crack. The great power of psychedelics is that it can kick a hole in such a structure. I maintain after that it takes a whole integrated approach. You need the sciences, you need biological science, you need physical sciences, you need art and literature and music to fill that out. It's really the artists and the poets who have the most experience in visionary experience. It's not the scientists. These scientists go in and talk about, I don't know, they talk about the nuttiest things, you know. It's like the skeptics say, the magicians all say, scientists are the easiest to fool. The amazing Randy, the magician who debunks, spoon benders. You know, it's you need a few magicians in the mix. You need some artists and some poets that are used to metaphorical experience and working in the world that way. And you need community. It's a community effort. We can't change the world without community. Otherwise, you can get so radicalized in a particular crazy vision of the world that you lose touch with the greater vehicle, you know, with the greater community, which is all of us. You got to be able to have a conversation with whoever you sit to at the lunch counter, you know, or you're missing out on the richness, the wealth, you know, you're missing out on your teachers, you know, all these people that we move in around, people and trees and plants and experiences. These are our teachers, and they're doing their best to enlighten us. So we have to embrace them all as community. So it takes this huge effort, and it takes a healthy skepticism. Once you start punching holes and going into visionary world, you need some skepticism, or you can end up in very new age cultishness. And if it's productive for you, you know, if you're producing, you know, good stuff from it, that's fine. But you may block out some important teachers.